Hey everyone, so we've all gotten used to AI that can talk, right? But what about an AI that can actually do things? That's what we're diving into today, the next giant leap for artificial intelligence, where these systems are moving beyond just having a conversation and are starting to take real, concrete action.
I mean, we've all felt it, haven't we? The first time you used something like ChatGPT, it was a watershed moment. It felt almost like magic. Suddenly, we had this tool that could understand language, that could reason in a way that just made sense. It became our go-to for brainstorming, for writing code, for answering those really tricky questions.
And hey, that's not just a feeling. The research completely backs it up. When you look at user satisfaction scores, the generative models, the brains behind tools like ChatGPT, they consistently come out on top. We absolutely love what these things can do.
But this leads to the really big question. The one that's pushing the entire industry forward. What if that brilliant AI mind wasn't just stuck inside a chat window? What if it could actually go out and do things in the world?
So, to really understand where we're going, we first have to get a handle on the one big limitation that even the most powerful language models have today.
This right here, this image just says it all. You've got this incredible reasoning engine, this brilliant brain that can plan and strategize. But at the end of the day, it's totally passive. It's a brain without hands, kind of trapped in a box, unable to carry out any of its own fantastic plans.
First off, there's this problem of passivity. An LLM can't just start doing something. It just sits there, waiting for you to tell it what to do step by painstaking step. So if you want, say, a competitive analysis, you have to prompt it for every single part. Okay, now find the competitors. All right, now analyze their strengths. Now can you structure that into slides? You basically become a micromanager for a super genius.
Second, its whole worldview is basically a snapshot from the past. You see, an LLM's knowledge is frozen in time. It's locked to whenever its training data was collected. So it has no idea what the stock market did today or what the breaking news is right now. It just can't tap into the live, real-time world.
And that brings us to what might be the biggest hurdle of all: execution. An LLM can write a flawless piece of code to scrape a website, but it can't actually run the script. It can draft the perfect email, but it can't hit send. It's an amazing planner, but it's not a doer.
So what's the solution? How do we connect that amazing brain to a set of hands? Well, the answer is a whole new approach called Agentic AI.
Now, it's really important to get this. Agentic AI isn't some brand new type of model. It's more like a system, an architecture that you build around a powerful LLM. Think of it as a framework that connects that reasoning engine to the outside world, giving it the ability to see, to plan, and this is the game changer, to actually act on its own to achieve a goal.
Okay, but how does that actually work? Like, what's going on under the hood that turns a passive model into an active agent? Let's break it down.
The whole thing is powered by this really elegant but powerful loop. Let's say you give an agent a high-level goal, something like, find the top 3 new restaurants in my city and book me a reservation for 2 on Saturday night. Okay, so first, the agent decomposes that goal. Step 1 is probably search the web for new restaurants. Then it selects a tool, let's say a web search API. It executes that search, and then it observes the results. Now, if that search didn't work, it might learn and try again with different keywords. If it works, great. It moves to the next step, like checking reservation websites. And this loop just keeps going. Reason, act, observe, learn, until your dinner is booked.
So, how does it actually do all that stuff? It uses tools. These are the hands we were talking about. An agent's toolkit might have a code interpreter to run Python scripts, web search APIs to do research, connectors to pull data from a database. Basically, all the things that let it interact with the digital world just like a human would.
Now you might be sitting there thinking, hold on, I've heard about other advanced AI systems. How is this any different? That's a great question. Let's make it super clear why these agentic systems are a genuine leap forward.
A perfect way to think about this is to compare it to something called RAG. RAG is amazing tech. It's like having a super-powered librarian who can instantly find the most up-to-date, relevant information to answer any question you have, but it's still reactive. An AI agent, on the other hand, is proactive. It's like an assistant that can take that information, walk out of the library, and actually go complete a task for you in the real world.
And when you put them side by side like this, the difference is just crystal clear. A regular LLM is all about generating text. An agent is all about completing a goal. An LLM is reactive. It waits for your prompt. An agent is proactive. It pursues a result. This all boils down to the fact that an LLM is stuck in a closed, static world, while an agent uses tools to operate in our open, messy, dynamic one, handling complex workflows, not just single requests.
So what does this all mean? Where is this all headed? Let's take a quick look at the road ahead for this incredible technology.
First of all, this is not some niche little experiment. The market for agentic AI is projected to absolutely explode, hitting over $47 billion in about a decade. A number that big isn't just about investment. It's a signal that this is going to be a fundamental shift in how we work and how businesses operate.
But, getting there is not going to be simple. This diagram here, for example, it shows all the steps involved just to analyze what developers are saying about AI agents online. Look at all that complexity. Extracting data, filtering it, modeling it. This is the tough behind-the-scenes work that's happening right now to make these systems reliable and robust. Building an agent you can actually trust to get the job done right is a massive engineering challenge.
And that really brings us to the single most important idea to take away from all this. Our entire relationship with AI is changing. We're moving away from a world where we had to be expert prompters, carefully crafting the perfect words to get a good answer. Instead, we're becoming AI managers. We're learning to delegate high-level goals to these autonomous collaborators and trusting them to figure out the how all on their own.
So that leaves us with one final fascinating thought. When you finally have an AI that can not only talk but can actually do things for you, what's the first big, complicated goal you're going to hand over? What problem are you going to ask it to solve? The possibilities are really just starting to open up.